Good morning and happy Friday to all. Sending warm greetings to parents, guardians, family, and district representatives. I'm Shabry Jones, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to the virtual series of the Newton County Schools Parent Connect. As a part of the Instructional Technology and Media Services team, our primary focus revolves around the 3E model designed to provide students and teachers with valuable experiences, fostering active engagement and ensuring diverse exposure. In today's session, you'll have the opportunity to hear from Dr. Victoria Lockhart and her students. She is the director of the Academy of Liberal Arts, the Liberal Arts Program, also known as ALANHS, which is housed at Newton High School. Additionally, you will get perspectives from those students that are currently enrolled in the program. Please note that this session is being recorded and you will have the opportunity to access this recording through our Parent Connect Canvas page. Following the presentation, we'll engage in a question and answer session, so please feel free to share your questions in the chat box and we'll address them during that time. Dr. Lockhart, take it away.
So, as Mrs. Jones introduced me, and thank you again, Ms. Jones, for the wonderful introduction. My name is Victoria Lockhart, and I am the program director of the wonderful Academy of Liberal Arts housed at Newton High School. Our mission of our liberal arts program is to provide a global, competitive, educational experience that focuses on academics, leadership development, and community service. Any 8th grade student who resides in Newton County is eligible to apply. On my team, I have two wonderful counselors, Ms. Mickens, who works with our 9th and 10th grade students, and Mr. Walker, who works with the 11th and 12th grade students in the program. In the liberal arts program, we have 8 pathways. They range from theater, dance, band, chorus, visual arts, world languages, English language arts, and social sciences. So as you can see, we have a wide array of interests for our students to select from. If you're interested in the program, these are some of our requirements. Students must demonstrate the ability to obtain an 80 or higher in academic classes. We do ask that they have positive behavior as well. Students will complete an ALANHS application, and when they complete that application, they will provide us with 4 teacher recommendation emails so that we can get information from their teachers. Those specific teachers are ELA, social studies, math, and a connections teacher. So it could be a band teacher, the art teacher. Even if the student is taking a business class or home economics, they can get that recommendation from that teacher as well too. If a student is selected for an interview, he or she will have to prepare a presentation that displays an interest in the liberal arts. So for example, if they're interested in visual arts, they will present a portfolio of their drawings or some sculptures that they have done. If the student is interested in English and language arts, he or she can present some poetry, some writings that they have an interest in. Once the student has been selected into the program, we are asking those students to be committed to the following. They maintain an 85 or higher GPA in the following classes: Advanced, Quest, and AP. Students must complete a world language pathway, and that is 3 years of selecting Latin, Spanish, French. Students must complete a liberal arts pathway, and those are the 8 pathways that I shared with you previously: band, chorus, theater, visual arts, world languages, ELA, social studies, and dance. In addition, students must complete an independent service project that focuses on bringing awareness to a global or community or global issue. So those students will obtain 30 hours each year. Lastly, students must present a capstone presentation their senior year. And that's basically a culmination of all of what they have gone through during the program. There are a plethora of activities that we have at Newton High School, and our ALANHS students are involved in several capacities. Many of them have leadership positions. We encourage students to fulfill their outside obligations of being in community extracurricular activities to help them become well-rounded students. Within the ALANHS program, students are paired up with others to have a mentor and mentee bond relationship. At that time, it is important that we understand that students need support from one another. When students come into the program, they're able to bond with others within their class as well as with upperclassmen. They meet during monthly meetings. They schedule time to hang out and socialize, whether it's in school or out of school. And then, of course, we have several ALANHS events that we have our students to participate in and make friends. Community service is an integral part of our program. Serving our community is important. Each grade level is expected to obtain 30 hours of community service. With that, students must be involved in community service projects that are opportunities given by the school, or they can go outside to different organizations to be a part of those. At this time, I would like to have one of my parents, Dr. Katrina Stanfield, to share how parents are to obtain their parental involvement hours, and she's going to share her experience as a parent.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Katrina Stanfield. I currently serve as the ALANHS administrator, but I am coming to you all today as a parent. I cannot say enough about the amazing program that ALANHS is and has evolved into over the years. My child is a current senior, so he's been in ALANHS since 9th grade. And I just remember back when he was applying to the program and how anxious and exciting he was, and his father and I were just about the opportunities that he was going to be able to be exposed to in the program. As far as I'll go back. As far as community service, parents are required to obtain community service hours, and those can be earned in many of ways. Coming to the parent meetings, being involved in things like Family Fun Day, open house. We also have opportunities for parents to donate to our students in the ALANHS Lounge with snacks and things like that. Even during our program, we had an amazing holiday social where parents had the opportunity to donate to that and volunteer. So it may seem like parents have to get a lot of hours, but being involved means so much, and students being able to see their parents being involved, or guardians, or family members being involved, and it really helps support the program in so many ways. So that part of it, like I say, 10 hours. A lot of times we have parents that have more hours than we need. I know I did. I also served on the board over social media, which is also amazing experience as well. And then as far as the benefits for our students, again, my child came in 9th grade. And I could just see the growth from then even till now. Every year, the students have to update their portfolios, and just looking at the progression from the community service that he did in 9th grade to even now, and the number of hours. I think now he has well over almost over 300 community service hours that he's done just throughout this program, and just being open to helping the community and mentoring and things like that. Also, as a parent, you become close to your other ALANHS parents and guardians that are in the program, again, due to our involvement. So that's amazing. So we have a great support system. He's been able to, along with his peers in the program, be a global student, traveling the world, going to Belize and Paris and London. Those opportunities have been amazing and priceless. And then being with a group of students. We have student athletes, you have artists, you have dancers, you have just all types of different types of students that your students will be involved with in the program, that they are able to enhance each other. You have leaders, they're ambassadors, they're school mentors, Special Olympics. So just all those things are fostered within the program through the leadership of Dr. Lockhart. And she is also like a guardian at school. She makes sure the students are on task with their grades, things like that. They have check-ins. It's just a beautiful program that I feel has definitely enhanced my child's tutelage through and progression through high school. I wouldn't want it any other way. And also being the administrator over the program has just been amazing. So just welcome to anyone that wants to apply and to get in. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or Dr. Lockhart or anyone that's involved in the program. And thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Students must participate in an independent service project while in the program. This gives our students an opportunity to develop and execute skills that they have learned throughout 9th and 10th grade. This project is specifically based in 11th grade. And this is when our leadership development begins. Students must create and implement a program, a service project that they are interested in the community. As you see some titles below, we have students that went to the nursing home and they created plans where you were able to adopt a resident. We have students that were interested in writing and reading, and they wanted to teach students in middle school how to express and explore their feelings through writing. We have students that are dealing with a lot of mental health issues. So a lot of my students are finding their gifts and talents and pairing it with mental health awareness and bringing that awareness and those activities to our community. Students can work at different elementary schools or middle schools, or some of them are working with local churches or community groups within Newton County. Now I would have one of my students share his experience about enrichment field trips.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christopher Ford Wilson. I am a sophomore in ALANHS, and my pathway is England. So, as a member of the ALANHS program, we have several different enrichment field trips we go on. For me personally, I know I went to several different museums and college tours. We recently went to Kennesaw State University. And so these trips are very helpful to us. They show us different walks of life and different ways to live and different college campuses so we can know what we want to do when we go to the future. Because I know with me, I want to go to college. And so it helps me see what college is like and to know what I want to do when I go into the future. Now I will let a fellow student of mine share her experience about domestic travel trips.
Thank you, Christopher. So I'm going to come and speak on about domestic travel. Currently, we are getting ready to go to Washington, D.C. in 3 weeks. And we will be taking students to this nation's capital. They will be meeting other students from other states and meeting them and having American government and civics workshops within each other during the program. So we'll be there from Sunday until Friday. I've taken students to Broadway in New York last year, and we're planning to go again very soon, in addition to touring out-of-state college tours. Now I will have my next student, and she will share her experience about international travel.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amber Dixon. I am a senior within the ALANHS program, and my pathway is social sciences. I have recently traveled to many different countries with Dr. Lockhart on our international travel field trips, just becoming true global citizens and making connections with yourself and my other classmates. The summer of my junior year, I traveled to Belize with Dr. Lockhart. In the summer of my senior year, I traveled to Belgium, Amsterdam, London, and Paris. And I will just say the experience of traveling to the different countries, meeting all the different people, trying all the new foods, seeing all the different architecture and infrastructure in the different countries was just an experience that I've never had before. Going on these trips, without my parents, with my classmates and with my teachers, I just formed this newfound sense of independence and responsibility. And now after these international travel field trips, I believe I can go out in the world and travel on my own. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber, for sharing your experience. So we do have some upcoming travel. This summer, we'll be taking students to Athens and Rome, and they get to make that connection with their Latin and world history classes. And next summer, we will be traveling to Costa Rica. So benefits of the ALANHS program. Dr. Stanfield, Amarin, and Christopher have already shared their experience with you all. Every child has a different experience, but the end goal is for us to graduate as an ALANHS family, for us to graduate with honors, to be top of the class, to make sure that we are ready for next steps in life, whether that's going to college, going to the military, or going into our careers. ALANHS is very important to me because it's a way for our children to be prepared for post-secondary life. Again, we want to make sure we are filling our students' toolboxes with as many resources and as many individuals that will support them along their way. So coming up, February the 6th is ALANHS Open House. It starts at 6 p.m. It's housed at Newton High School. We would love to come out and meet you all in person. We will have students. We will have parents there to welcome you and to interact with you as well too. February 16th through March the 1st, we will open the ALANHS application up, and it will be available for our 8th grade students to begin to apply. Please check out the application on the Newton website along with the Newton County website. March the 16th, we will have ALANHS interviews, and in that letter that the student receives, if he or she receives an interview, it will explain what to expect. And lastly, after we return from spring break, April the 12th, ALANHS acceptance letters will be sent out to candidates, and they will know whether or not they have been accepted to the program. They will have a week to confirm their acceptance, and then we will celebrate them, and hopefully they'll be able to attend our Family Fun Day, which is at the end of April. You may use the QR code so that you can go to our website. However, if you're not able to utilize the QR code, just go to the Newton website and select ALANHS, and we have all the information that we shared today on our website. Again, my name is Dr. Victoria Lockhart. I am the program director for the Academy of Liberal Arts, and it was a pleasure to speak with you all this morning. I hope everybody has a happy Friday. Thank you, Ms. Jones.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lockhart. That information was very beneficial. Thank you to your students, and thank you, Dr. Stanfield, for providing us with information about the ALANHS program. I do want to let you know that I have my passport ready for Costa Rica in 2025. So, but thank you so much. If we have any questions, if you could place them in the chat box. I do have one question, Dr. Lockhart. Is this only open to students that are zoned for Newton High School?
So I do have situations where we have students who are moving to the area and they can apply as well too. Of course, once they get accepted, they must be living in the Newton County zone to be able to go to the school. So, we do have some parents that are moving into the county. So we do accept those applications, and those that are attending private school or homeschool, we do accept those 8th grade students as well too, just as long as they understand they're living in living in Newton County.
And then is any student at any of our middle schools currently, correct?
Yes.
That's in 8th grade, okay.
Also, let me add this caveat. If your student is zoned for Eastside or Alcovey, we do provide transportation for those students because they do have to understand Newton becomes their base school. So we do have satellite stops like the STEAM Academy does, and they would have a pickup and drop off so the student can go to Newton High School and have transportation provided.
Another question, can students attend the Career Academy and be a part of the ALANHS program?
No, they cannot. Those are separate programs. So you have STEM, you have ALANHS, and then you have the Career Academy.
Okay. All right. Now, if there are any other questions, please place it in the chat box now. Can a student's portfolio encompass more than one pathway?
Yes. So it just depends on the student schedule and what the pathways allow. So for example, I was just speaking with a 9th grade parent and the student last night, and she's interested in theater, but she wants to possibly change and look at world languages. She can do both pathways. Here at Newton High School, you have 3 open elective spaces. So we fill those elective spaces with the interest of the student. I have some that are interested in taking engineering classes. So they take engineering classes, band classes, and they'll take their world language classes. So we can work out the schedule to see how it fits, but primarily to make sure that world language pathway is taken care of, the liberal arts pathway is taken care of, and then they have an open elective pathway to select.
Okay. Are there any questions on your side, Dr. Lockhart or Dr. Stanfield? Do you see any questions to you directly? Okay, so that concludes our session for today. Please note that if you were not in the beginning of this presentation, this recording will be made available to you on our Parent Connect Canvas page, and we place that link in the chat box for you. It'll take about 24 hours to upload, and we'll have that available to you. Again, thank you, Dr. Lockhart, Dr. Stanfield, and students. Please, we invite you to our next session, which is February the 2nd. We will hear from Ms. Jessica Harris. She will provide us information about positive parenting. So we're eager to have you join us, and we anticipate your active participation.